Okay, welcome to the first of probably three parts of these next Tomb Raider reviews because we're talking about Tomb Raider Journeys. Tomb Raider Journeys is a weird um, thing. It so there's not a lot of information, unfortunately, about Journeys so much. It either came out some after or it came out concurrent with the main Tomb Raider timeline. I should say, the main Tomb Raider Top Cow comics, and I believe it's more the like it came out concurrent with them because they came out sporadically over a period of several years, is what it seems like. They follow up issue 0 and are written by the same author, Fiona Kai Avery. Um, and we're going to talk about the first four. There are 12 issues in this series, and they kind of all tie together. But I'm just going to break this up into three parts because it'd just be too big of a review otherwise. And they're all kind of standalones that have a little bit of continuity. Issue 1 deals with Lara is sailing across the Atlantic, I believe. That's the ocean that makes the most sense. This is after the events of issue 0 and not giving that artifact up. It's kind of caused a bit of a controversy. So she's had enough and wants a break. So she's just sailing across the Atlantic. When she comes across an old pirate ship full of living pirates, they have a little bit of a scuffle, and it turns out these pirates are cursed to do the thing that they failed to do. I won't spoil the curse per se, but it's an interesting concept that's going to follow through into the next issues. I give this one a 4 out of 5. It's pretty good. Issue 2 deals with Lara washing up onto shore, and she's discovers that El Dorado is a thing, and so she's going after El Dorado for this issue. She teams up with a local fisherman and a young boy from a very poor village and ends up finding El Dorado, and hilarity ensues. This is probably my favorite of these 4 issues. It's a fun little story that I wish had been spread out over a couple issues. This could have been a really fun arc, but it's rushed for this one to be in this storyline. I give it a good 4.2 out of 5. Next, we get to issue 3, which is she's approached by a nonprofit that buys land to find artifacts, and all the proceeds go towards them buying more land to protect these artifacts, so they can educate the world, basically. And they are being outbid on what appears to be the city of Gomorrah from the biblical text. They know where Sodom is because it's public land, which it's kind of a weird setup. But Gomorrah is owned by someone it was private land that is being auctioned off. The guy who's going to buy it, they believe, is going to put condominiums up. They want to stop this, and they want to protect this land. There is a curse on Gomorrah, and Lara is sent in to stop it. This is noteworthy because I believe this is the first time Lara Croft uses a bow and arrow, which would become her trademark weapon in the Survive series, but this predates it by at least a decade, which is kind of interesting there. What did I think of it? It's okay. This is when things start to get kind of weird, so I give it a 3.8 out of 5. Now we get to issue 4, which deals with the rich man that was trying to outbid Lara on Gomorrah, turns out he and some of his buddies are the reincarnations of the pirates that were doomed to continue failing that went after the gold of El Dorado. What? And Laura's sent once again to look at this. It's a golden chariot. And it's like a weird. There's like a weird either a time paradox, or characters are reincarnations of other characters. There's a weird time thing, and this issue just is kind of convoluted and bad. I couldn't really tell you what happens in this, other than Laura potentially finds the grave of a previous incarnation of her. Maybe I didn't quite get it. I may have read it too quickly. I don't know, but this is the first Tomb Raider issue, if you've been reading these Colossal collections, that has bad art. Holy shit, is it bad. This felt rushed and sloppy, and I did not like it at all. This one gets a 2.5 out of 5. This is probably the least I've liked a Tomb Raider issue thus far. I was not a fan, and I called it there. And I get that I could have done like a long review of all 12 of these issues, but like I said at the beginning of this video, I want to break these up a bit because we're getting close to the end of this Colossal collection. And I do like Top Cow's Tomb Raider in general, and I want this to last a little longer. So you'll be getting at least 2 more parts of these journeys before we get into the rest of the one-shots that make up the second Colossal collection, as well as the 4th archive. So stay tuned. We're still going to go through Tomb Raider issues here. Sorry I haven't been posting. I didn't post earlier this week. I was dealing with maintenance around the house, and my wife was gone, and I just did not feel like filming. Don't worry, we're going back on schedule as of now, so just stay tuned. There is some interesting things coming out aside from my Tomb Raider reviews. So, anyway, have a nice day.